NBC27 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Well, we say good morning, everybody. Great to be with all of you here. I am meteorologist Brett Thackara for Beyond the Forecast, and we are talking about several things this week, including summer-like temperatures, and we want to chat about maybe some rain in the forecast. Could you imagine? Wouldn't that be something? I think we are going to finally at least have something to talk about. I'm not promising that it's going to be meaningful rain, but it may be something to give us hope here. There is sort of an eerie sky in Hershey this morning, the sun bending around just a few high, thin clouds, and these clouds are going to be around here through a good part of the day, and they're going to be increasing. And part of the reason for that is we have what's called this easterly flow of air, not only from high pressure to our north, but also from low pressure to our south, and so that's going to be increasing the moisture content over top of us here as we go through the next couple of days, peaking on Wednesday, by the way, so keep that in mind. Temperatures, not bad this morning. They're down to 54 in York, 59 in Lancaster. It's a little warmer in Harrisburg at 62. Philly and New York up to 68 degrees, so a bit balmy there. Not much change in the last 24 hours. You know, it felt like summer this weekend. I went out yesterday, bought some mums, picked up some pumpkins. We got some fall decorations to put outside the front porch, and it was a nice day. It did feel warm in that sunshine. Current dew points are in the 50s, and we anticipate that dry air mass to stick around. Ultimately, the pattern isn't changing much, but there will be some opportunities for a couple of showers this week. 86 degrees yesterday, way above the average of 78, no rain, and our yearly departure now is over a half inch. So we're starting to build a deficit now as the skies look mainly clear over Manheim Central. A beautiful start to the day. Temperatures in the mid-80s this afternoon. We're talking about another summer-like day and dry today. It's going to be dry. We have high pressure in control. Now, easterly flow, not only around this high, but also converging easterly flow right around this low here, could create some showers by the middle part of the week as we get this easterly fetch of air. We get this marine layer. Even today, there's going to be a few more clouds later as this east flow starts to take over. I mean, again, here you can kind of see it moving in from the shore points. But I think tomorrow's going to be more cloudy and less sunshine. There still is going to be peaks of it, but maybe the opportunity for a brief passing shower tomorrow. Don't expect much in the rain gauge, though. Now, Wednesday's interesting, and I caution you when we look at Precision Cast here, this makes Wednesday rather damp, and it does show showers being kind of pushed in from the east, and it keeps them around most of the day. Now, I think this is overdone. I do not expect Wednesday to be a rainy day. I expect it to be cloudy. I still expect the dew points to be fairly low, and I expect there to be maybe some drizzle out there. We had a day like this last week, and, ultimately we didn't see much rain. We even saw some peaks of sunshine. So how much of this easterly flow is going to win out? Well, I'm not entirely sure, and that's why we have to take this with a grain of salt. I highly doubt anybody's going to get a half inch of rain on Wednesday. Listen, I hope it happens, but I highly doubt that it is going to happen, and that's something that we are going to have to watch play out. Let's go over to Beyond Precision Cast. Let's go over to another model here. This one, of course, is another high-res model called the NAM model. Let's check this one out, shall we? Because this is going to really tell us about, where we stand just in terms of precipitation here. So let's check this out as we move into today. Again, very little today. There could be a shower tossed our way tomorrow, but let's see if this low gets north enough to toss some moisture our way. And boy, does that look like a different story than Precision Cast, doesn't it? This is through Wednesday afternoon, and most of the moisture stays far enough south, and when it hits our region, because of the dry air at play, nada. So, I mean, again, there's just not a lot of hope here that we're going to see a lot. Now, in fact, let's go to our rain graphic, and we're going to show you, let's let the NAM play out here over the course of the next several days. Ignore today. I don't think we're getting any drop of rain today or tomorrow. Let's just let it play out through Wednesday afternoon. Notice where the rain is. Notice where the heaviest fetch is. It is to our south. Yes, this does show some of us getting some moisture in here Wednesday. But boy, I got to be honest with you, it does not look like it is going to be a lot. And in fact, let's show you the NAM rainfall totals now. That was the NAM graphic there. This puts it kind of in more context. I just don't see a lot of rain happening. I could see 1/10 of an inch or less if we're lucky. Most of us are not going to see that, though. So, yes, could there be some light showers on Wednesday? I do think it's possible. The other thing to keep in mind is that the winds are going to show this easterly flow through midweek, and I think it could be breezy here both Tuesday and again on Wednesday as this east wind picks up and starts to deliver some moisture to us, but it's just not going to be a lot, and so it's certainly not going to be a cure for, again, the drought conditions that we seem to be heading back into, and I just don't see it being a big deal. If we get a little bit of rain on Wednesday, great, but we're going right back to warm and sunny Thursday and Friday. So highs today getting into the mid-80s. I expect temperatures to dip into the upper 50s to near 60 degrees again tonight. And then tomorrow, not as warm. Temperatures will likely peak in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. A quick check on the tropics for you now, because that's what we really need to get some rain this time of year. We do have a system that has a chance to become a named storm. But will it? And what's the path of this? It does not look at this point to be a major concern to the United States. I think it's going to stay away, but it could become our next named storm. But remember, I think this would be a G storm, and we are still in September, and we haven't had very many. So the tropics continue to look quiet. Here's the tropical update. This storm right here, that cluster, let's see if this will, about an 80% chance to become a tropical cyclone in the next 7 days. But I think it's probably going to take this path and kind of curve away from the U.S. I don't think it's going to have much of an impact here, but that's something, again, that we will watch closely over the coming days as the tropics could start to finally heat up a bit. So 84 today, partly cloudy and warm. We anticipate tonight to be fairly mild. It's going to be comfortable, though, partly cloudy. And the next 7 days show, again, a little bit of an aberration on Wednesday. Maybe some stray showers there. Don't expect a lot of rain with it. Cool and cloudy with a high of only 72. And then look at Thursday and Friday. We're right back. Morning clouds giving way to sunshine Thursday, 84. Sunny and warm on Friday, 86. And even over the weekend, it cools down slightly, but temperatures will still be in the 70s. And that, by the way, is seasonal. That's where we should be for this time of year. So that's the forecast in a nutshell. Let's keep an eye on Wednesday together and hope for the best with a little bit of rain, but I don't expect it to be much. For Beyond the Forecast, I'm meteorologist Brett Thackara. Have a great day, everybody.